let you know you were going into the game for Russ?
Really, it was just a few people, Russ, Coach Carroll, and then, Shane came up to me, and, he said he couldn't go, so, told me to get out there.
How did you feel when you heard that?
I felt, ready. Been preparing. One thing about me is I always prepare like I'm going to play. Never thinking you never know what can happen. Been around long enough to know that. So just been preparing. Been ready. I studied the heck out of the call sheet. So I like to feel like a coach when I'm out there. So when I got my opportunity, really wasn't too much to it. Just wanted to go out there and try and get a win.
That game didn't obviously end the way you wanted, but what did it mean to you? You've waited a few years to get to play much, to be out there hearing the fans chant your name.
It would have been a lot. It would have been a lot better if we'd have got a win, obviously. But it meant a lot. The city has embraced me. This team has embraced me, and I'm grateful. I'm really grateful for that. I appreciate all the fans. The atmosphere was just electric tonight. I mean, you could see it out there. Everyone was fired up, and I really thought we had a chance, man. I thought we were going to come back and get it done, and unfortunately, we didn't. But we'll bounce back and get better.
You talked about always staying ready. What's that like when you're playing behind one of the most durable quarterbacks in NFL history?
Man, I would say I played behind three of the most durable quarterbacks in NFL history with Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning, and Russell Wilson. So it's been a long time coming, but no way am I satisfied with just going out there and playing. It's about getting wins. It's about leading the team to victories, and I like to think that I'll be able to do that.
That's the most you played in 4 years, I think, but to come off the bench and go 98 yards straight down the field, that had to be a pretty good cherry on top of things.
Honestly, I was just thinking score, man. The guys did a great job, man. I feel like the line played a great game. Those guys were getting open out there. We were seeing it well. Shane was calling a good game, and we were in rhythm. And whenever you're in rhythm, it doesn't really matter how far you got to go. Just keep rolling. So, I felt pretty good out there. I felt like we had a solid chance, and we just fell a little short.
What was Russ like on the sideline when you came back?
Man, Russ is, I can't say enough good things about Russell Wilson, man. He's a great competitor. God didn't want to come out of the game, and that says a lot about this man. He's tough. He's tough as nails. And, when I was out there, he was supportive as I am for him. And I think, that speaks volumes about his character and who he is. And, sucks for him to get hurt, but, I really appreciate him.
You said you stay ready week in and week out as if you're going to be a starter, but it's been a long time since you've been called upon to play this. What keeps you motivated week in and week out to prepare the same way?
My motivation comes from a bunch of factors. My family, obviously my son, and obviously just a love for the game. Just respecting the game. I've been playing this game long enough to know, just when you think it's not going to happen is when it does. And so just preparing every single time, it is gut-wrenching sometimes. Sometimes I fight back tears before the games like, man, I wish I could be out there. But reality is you got to prepare, and you got to keep preparing. And that's something that I pride myself on, is being prepared and always being ready. And that goes mentally, physically, and everything else.
Did Russell Wilson say anything to you before you went on or after that first touchdown drive?
Not much needs to be said. Russ knows me. He sees me every day in practice. He knows what I can do, and so do the other guys. It's not a surprise to anyone. More so, like I said, we're just trying to get wins, and today we fell short.
What do you want to show the NFL if you do get a chance to start next Sunday in Pittsburgh?
Just want to win. That's all that's important. Just want to win.
Do you have any feel for whether you're going to get the start right now as it stands right now?
We'll see. We'll see. But I'll be ready.
Anything else?
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.